Tonight, as a Marion County fallen firefighter is remembered by his community, the fellow firefighter who was with him and injured on the way to a scene is released from the hospital. He attended Brian Hatt's visitation service tonight. Thanks for joining us on the night team. I'm Connie Leonard. Doug is off tonight. The two were in a rollover crash 1 week ago today. The night team's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester show us how Hatt is being honored.
It's been very difficult to get through.
Pain felt across Marion County.
Today's a day that many have dreaded to come,
as they lay one of their public servants to rest.
But it's been a day that, with the community support and the love that is still shown by the community, it's made it a little bit easier.
It's been a week since 51-year-old Brian Hatt was thrown from his fire truck in a crash off Kentucky 527. He and 58-year-old Leonard Winkler were on their way to help the nearby Loretto Fire Department with a call when the truck went off the road and hit an embankment. The crash trapped Winkler.
Chris, attention.
Louisville paid their respects Tuesday, lining the hallway as Hatt was taken to donate his organs at University of Louisville Hospital. Leonard Winkler was released from the hospital in Lexington earlier in the day and came to the visitation. He's also an honorary pallbearer.
So Leonard has made a strong recovery. He is still healing. He is still having some sores, some bruises. And Leonard's strong point this afternoon was, the focus is not on me. The focus is on Brian.
The Lebanon Fire Department, Marion County Fire Department, and even the St. Matthews Fire and EMS near Louisville drove to be at the visitation. Just in a few hours of the visitation Friday, at least a couple hundred traveled to the Marion County Event Center to pay their respects to Brian Hatt, his family, and the Raywick Fire Department. Also by their side, supporting heroes, helping coordinate the funeral, and overall offering comfort.
It takes a lot of people to make stuff like this happen.
Brian was someone who was always there, no matter the time of the day, no matter the time of the night. If you called Brian, he was going to be there. And that's what Brian was known for, not only just in emergency services, but in his community.
Brian is remembered for his dedication,
being there to answer the call when no one else was.
Now all those he touched are returning the favor. In Lebanon, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
And visitation continues tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. with the funeral service to follow. The Raywick Fire Department plans to add a plaque as a memorial for Hatt in their station, placing him alongside other firefighters who have passed away. The fire family thanked the community for its unwavering support. New tonight, a Jefferson County judge has recused herself from a high-profile robbery and kidnapping case. Judge Jessica Green filed the order today in the case against Armand Langford. He's accused of breaking into an East Louisville home, forcing a woman and her children into their car, robbing a nearby bank, and then stabbing the woman. Well, Langford was out on shock probation after pleading guilty to robbery charges last year, and Judge Green presided over that case as well and granted the shock probation. Since the most recent incident, Green says she and her family have received racial threats and death threats. She writes, the outrage may impact how future decisions are perceived, so she decided to recuse herself. The court administrator will now assign a new judge. A major interstate project in Louisville will shut down I-65 for months next summer, but next week, the first phase begins, which will have a direct impact on local businesses and neighbors in Old Louisville. Several streets will close to traffic for the next 2 years. Closures on South Brook Street and Kentucky Street, as well as Hill Street and Burnett Avenue, will remain until spring of 2027. Daniel Borsch, an Old Louisville restaurant owner, says his businesses are caught in the middle.
I wish I had had more time and notice, so at least I could, financially prepare for it. I hope there's not a huge impact, but there's no way of knowing until it goes into effect.
The closures are the first phase of a major project to replace 3 aging overpasses on I-65 in downtown Louisville. For a full timeline of what to expect, just visit WHAS11.com.
Stop, drive, settle down, shout, singing.
That's one of the big names playing hits on a small Kentucky farm and a brand new music festival this weekend. Austin Williams and some of the biggest names in country music are spending their Labor Day weekend just south of Louisville. Elizabethtown is hosting the first Highland Farms Country Fest, which kicked off this afternoon. The idea for the festival was born after Luke Bryan played on the same farm a few years ago. And the festival has a very distinct E-Town flavor because of so many local vendors.
It's just amazing to bring so many people here in the community and a big bunch of people. So it's just a great thing for E-Town.
And the festival continues tomorrow with many other country artists. Brantley Gilbert will be headlining tomorrow.